ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again inside Murner Gymnasium here at the Village in Meisenheimer. I'm Charles Curcio. Thank you for joining us. This is playoff basketball here as the Pfeiffer men's basketball team will host Methodist as the Monarchs come in as the number 3 seed. Pfeiffer is the number 2 seed. These two teams, of course, completed regular season play on Sunday, with Pfeiffer coming away with an 86-80 victory. And in that game, Taylor Rowe led with 19 points. Donnie Haith had 14, Ty Simmons 11. Jerome Savoy had 10 points, 10 rebounds, had the double-double, and Dorian Miles also had 10 points. Pfeiffer outshooting the Monarchs from the three-point arc. We'll be right back in just a moment. This is Pfeiffer University men's basketball on GoFalconsports.com. Charles Curcio rejoining you live inside Murner Gymnasium. Again, this is the Eastern Division Semifinals as the number 2 seeded Pfeiffer Falcons host the number 3 seeded Methodist Monarchs. Pfeiffer completed the season 8-2 overall and 8-2 in league play, tied for first in the USA Southeast Division. And freshman Dorian Miles won his second USA South Rookie of the Week honor for last week's performance. He averaged 11.3 points and 9 rebounds per game as Pfeiffer went 3-0. Very critical thing to mention about this game today as well is the fact that the winner of this game will host Averett in the championship finals, the division championship finals on Saturday, because of the fact that Averett, the number 4 seed, upset number 1 North Carolina Wesleyan earlier today by a score of 82-72. So whoever wins this game will host on Saturday. And as we said, Pfeiffer just did complete their season series with Methodist with an 86-80 victory. And of course, in that win for Methodist, the loss for Methodist, Dante Burden led with 21 points. Garen Dearman added 20 points. Again, we thank you for joining us, folks. I know that I'm sure players on both teams wish that fans would be here. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, but we are happy to bring you this broadcast. Sit back, relax, and enjoy a little playoff basketball from the Village. And now let's go to the public address voice of Pfeiffer University basketball. Here is Steve Cumming.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside Werner Gym for today's conference tournament matchup between the visitors from Methodist and your Pfeiffer Falcons. At this time, will everyone please rise and face the flag as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Now let's meet today's starters. First for the visiting Monarchs. Starting at guard is 6'1" senior number 10, Dante Burden. Starting at guard is 6'1" senior number 12, Garen Dearman. Starting at forward is 6'3" freshman number 30, TJ East. Starting at forward is 6'5" senior number 34, Javon Deal. And starting at guard is 6'3" sophomore number 40, Clayton Code. The Monarchs are coached by David Smith and assisted by coaches Henry and Greer. And now let's meet today's starting lineup for your Pfeiffer Falcons. Starting at guard, a 6'1" senior from Waldorf, Maryland, number 1, Jerome Savoy. Starting at guard,
Charles Curcio rejoining you live inside Murner Gymnasium. As we said, just about ready for the start of this game. It is also interesting to note, I believe, that Pfeiffer will again be without Jamal David, who came into Sunday's action as the leading scorer points per game for the Falcons. So we'll see exactly how this game plays out. As, of course, if you were watching Sunday's game, you know that Methodist made a huge push at the end of that game and actually got within 2 points in the final couple of minutes, only to have the Falcons push back and take the win 86-80. Dorian Miles will take the tip, along with for Methodist, number 34, Jaquan Deal. So the only difference in the starting lineup in this one for Methodist is Garen Dearman starting, and Pfeiffer will control the tip. And of course, the difference for Pfeiffer is Talon Rowe starts. Rowe had 19 in Sunday's win. Little weave now to start for Pfeiffer, top of the key. Here's Savoy, runs out of room, gets it to Miles. Miles is triple teamed, 3 guys on top of him. And that was the strategy that Methodist employed in the last game, and it limited Miles to 10 points. And they again pressed him down low. Now Methodist gets the ball down low. Nice block that time by Sab on the turnaround shot attempt by Clayton Coe. Savoy now in the corner guarded by Coe. Gives top of the key to Rowe. Rowe is guarded by Dante Burden. Burden is the leading scorer in points per game for Methodist. Rowe's shot is no good, and Dearman gets the rebound. Ooh, nice behind the back dribble. Trying to feed East on the drive, and it's knocked away, I think, by Miles, and Methodist will keep the ball, 24 to shoot. Just underway here, no score in the first minute. Burden has it top of the key, guarded by DJ Bradshaw. Has it back with 16 to shoot, little high screen and roll on the right side. Now we'll give, here's a 17-foot just inside the line shot. No good for Jaquan Deal. Rebound taken by Rowe, who puts it up to the Savoy. Now Savoy on the drive, draws the contact, throws it up, does not, gets nothing, and the rebound goes right to Clayton Coe. Now Burden the other way. Here's Coe for 3. Back iron, no good. Offensive rebound, Dearman. Dearman goes up with a shot and scores. Dearman with his first points of the game. And it's 2-0 early. Now Rowe will put it into Miles. Miles spins away from the double team. No, gets his own offensive rebound and puts it up and in. So Miles scores. And it's 2-2. 2 minutes into this game. Again, a slow start to the game, very similar to Sunday's. A very tactical game, if you will, to start off with. Pfeiffer playing a man defense. Dearman now goes around the screen and roll, kicks it back. The shot on the way by Deal is good from 16. And now I believe we're going to get a delay of game warning on Methodist for touching the ball after it went through the basket. So that's a warning that goes into the book. The next time that happens, it would be a technical foul against Methodist. Little fake this time. Oh, he gets it to Miles. He had a ball fake and then got it to Miles. Miles, no good. Tipped it up, no good. Rebound, Pfeiffer. Sab is open. Now drives on Dearman. Goes inside. Whoa, what a great look to Savoy for the layup. Savoy got behind the defense, and Sab found him on a great feed, and it ties the game back up at 4-4. Now a double screen up top for Burden. The kickback 3-ball lefty on the way is good from TJ East. And East makes it 7-4. Now Rowe on the drive, and he's going to draw contact, I believe, on East, and that'll be the first foul in the game. So Burden just basically went around the double screen, kicked it back, and East drained the 3. They played at Andrews High School. That's T.W. Andrews, I believe, up in High Point. Now on the drive, Savoy gets inside, gets free. Layup is no good. Rebound by Miles, tipped out to Rowe. Bradshaw now gives it back to Rowe. Rowe's going to fire for three. That's short. May have been deflected by Burden. Dearman with a rebound. He'll give to Burden 2-on-1. Fakes now. Will keep it himself. No, what a great play by Savoy defensively to stop that 2-on-1 break. Savoy has looked good early for the Falcons. Made a couple of buckets and a couple of plays on defense. At least one bucket, that is. Ball knocked out of bounds. It's going to be off of Rowe, and the ball goes to the Monarchs. As you see, 7-4, 16:20 left in this opening half in this semifinal Eastern Division matchup. Off the glass this time, and good is Dearman. And now quickly the other way, here comes Savoy on the break. Oh, he has it blocked away from behind by Coe, to the delight of the Methodist bench, standing as one. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Pfeiffer. They say that it went, I guess it went off the back of the backboard. I thought it went off the underside of the backboard and was out of bounds, but they must have said that it was off Savoy. Now we get an offensive foul called on Jaquan Deal, his first on the illegal screen, and we reach our first timeout of the game. With the score, Methodist 9, Pfeiffer 4. We'll be back. This is Pfeiffer University basketball on GoFalconsports.com. Charles Kirstier rejoining you live inside Murner Gymnasium. Just underway here, 15:55 left to go in the first half. Methodist with the lead, 9-4. Methodist 4 of 7 to start this game. Pfeiffer a little slow offensively, just 2 of 9. And 0 of 1 at the three-point arc. Methodist has already made a three-pointer. Rowe now fronts across the timeline, and this ball is going to be deflected off of, I believe, Burden. It's going to go out of bounds to Pfeiffer with 18 to shoot. Pfeiffer 2 of 9 with 2 turnovers already in this game. 10 to shoot now. Sab gives to Bradshaw, looking for Savoy in the corner. Savoy's going to fire a three, and he hits. Savoy's got 5 of the Pfeiffer 7 points so far in this game, and it's a 2-point lead for Methodist, 9-7. Burden now around the double screen, tries a little ball fake, and will give back top of the key to East with 13 to shoot. Dearman now, tries a little behind the back dribble, does not go anywhere. Savoy with good defense along with Bradshaw. However, the ball is going to be knocked out of bounds by Pfeiffer. The Monarchs will keep it with just 7 to shoot.
George into the lineup for the Monarchs.
Now a three-pointer on the way from Dearman. No, rebound is fought for, tipped back, and we may have a foul, as I believe Bradshaw was knocked to the deck. And the foul is going to go on Clayton Coe, and that's his first.
His first, third team foul.
Now Rowe will bring it across the timeline, guarded by Burden. Both teams playing man at this point. Little high screen and roll this time for Sabb with 13. He'll kick to Miles. Miles with a little ball fake, 8 to shoot. Bradshaw now, he wants a 3. No, it's too long. And the rebound is taken by Methodist, by Dearman. Burden all the way. He will kick to Coe for a 3 that's off the left side of the rim, no good. Rebound Falcons. Little high screen and roll this time for Rowe. He gives to Sabb, now to Savoy. Savoy's had the hot hand early. And this pass from Savoy is knocked away by Coe, and he's going to take it. Oh, he's not going to take it to the distance. Savoy with a great play. Just snuck underneath, if you will, and made a great steal. And now worked around into the corner. Bradshaw drives the lane. Wide open look for Savoy for 3. No. Rebound taken by Miles. Saves it to Bradshaw, who takes it all the way to the rack, but he can't score. Got through and just couldn't get the English, the little spin off the backboard to go. So Pfeiffer had several opportunities that possession, but it remains a 2-point lead for the Monarchs with 13:30 to play. And now I believe we have a foul on Bradshaw. And he will shoot 3. That's the first team foul against the Falcons, but more importantly, it puts a very good free throw shooter at the line. Dante Burden is an 81.1% free throw shooter, and he's got 3 chances now. Then Pfeiffer's head coach is talking to the officials. Second free throw is good, and now Pfeiffer will get some subs in as Ty Simmons comes in, number 5. Donnie Haith, number 20, and number 2, Sean Scott will come in. And Jeremy Mull, number 24, will check in for Methodist. Third free throw is good, and it's 12-7 now. And now Kevin McLaughlin will come into the game for Methodist. Savoy's had the hot hand so far. Now a little trap being put up by Methodist, a half-court trap. Pfeiffer breaks it momentarily, and Methodist settles back into their regular man defense. Simmons will give to Haith with 13 to shoot. Going around a pick. Nice spin move that time by Scott, and he's up and he scores. Beautiful spin move that time in the lane. And he brings it back to a 3-point deficit for the Falcons, 12-9. McLaughlin on the drive. Now will pull up. Here is Mull for 3 off the back iron, no good. Miles has another rebound. That's his 3rd board in the first 6 or 7 minutes of this game. And now on the drive, Pfeiffer will go to the free throw line. Ty Simmons draws the foul.
Foul on McLaughlin, his first 4th team foul.
And that's McLaughlin's first, and already 4 team fouls have been called against Methodist. And Simmons will go to the line.
Ty Simmons will be at the line shooting 2.
Ty is a 61.9% free throw shooter. And the first one is a little strong, no good. Again, the winner of this game will host Averett on Saturday in the finals of the Eastern Division Championship Tournament. Averett already having won earlier today on the road at top seed North Carolina Wesleyan. Both free throws no good for Simmons, and the Monarchs maintain their lead. Methodist being very careful in what they run, running their motion offense, trying to get good looks. Here's a shot from the foul line, good, from Jaquan Deal. Deal's 2 of 3 from the field, and it's 14-9 in favor of Methodist. Miles has it in the low post, is immediately double teamed, but he makes a great move and scores. You get the feeling that Miles who has 4 points now, you get the feeling that Miles, if he gets the ball down low one-on-one, Methodist is going to have a lot of trouble, which is why they're trying to bring that extra pressure. Now a double team in the corner. Nice steal by Scott, and I believe he's going to draw a foul. And if that's against Deal, it's Deal's second. And we're going to get a quick timeout now with 11:44 left in the first half. Methodist 14, Pfeiffer 11. This is Pfeiffer men's basketball on GoFalconsports.com. Maybe they moved it up a little. My wife has already had both shots. I'm still waiting for mine. Well, I'm not, yeah, I mean, yeah. Charles Curcio rejoining you live inside Murner Gymnasium. 11:44 left to go in the first half. 14-11 is our score. And now some full court pressure this time. Methodist did employ some full court pressure late in the first game. There's that quick trap out of it. Pfeiffer breaks the pressure easily. Now into the front court, Haith pulls up. Now kicks back. Here's Savoy, who's had the hot hand. This one's short, and the rebound is taken by number 32, Chris George, who just checked in for Methodist. All the way to the rack this time is Dearman gets past Haith, and he scores. Not sure if Haith was expecting some help defense from behind him. But Pfeiffer didn't get it, and it's back to a 5-point lead for the Monarchs. Simmons now one-on-one, gets through the double team. Here's Haith for three. That's strong. And the rebound goes to McLaughlin. He'll go cross court to Dearman. Back to McLaughlin, where Methodist will set the offense. And it looks like Burden is ready to check back in for Methodist. Free throw line now for Mull with 12 to shoot. McLaughlin has it with 10. George now with 6. Fires, front iron, no good. Rebound taken by Jaquan Deal. And a fresh 20 seconds, as it were, for the Monarchs. McLaughlin thought about a step back three, kicks it instead to Dearman, kicks it in the corner to Mull, who shoots no. Rebound fought for, and Miles will clear it. Miles with his 4th rebound of the game. Pfeiffer looking to cut into the advantage. Miles is going to shoot a three this time, and it rattles in and out. Savoy with an offensive rebound. He puts it up, no, and the rebound will be taken by Dearman. Dearman now one-on-one, drives on Scott. And can I get it to fall? And Savoy gets another rebound, and that's Savoy's 4th board of the game. Here's Ty Simmons for three, off the front iron, no good. Some contact down low between Miles and Deal. And now an alley-oop dunk thrown down by George. What a play from almost a nearly half-court pass. And that charges up the Monarchs bench, to be sure. Ty Simmons now will shoot a three from the corner. That won't go. Gets the offensive rebound, but it's going to be an offensive foul called against Simmons.
Offensive foul on Ty Simmons, his first, second team foul.
It's the second team foul against the Falcons. And just a terrific feed on that alley-oop dunk makes it 18-11, and the Monarchs have the ball. And now Pfeiffer will pick up a little full court man-on-man pressure. At least try to disrupt the dribbler as he came across the timeline. McLaughlin now looking back door again for George, and he scores. Not the dunk this time, but a second alley-oop on the back door, and the Monarchs have their biggest lead of the game, 20-11. Scott now on the drive. No, but a foul will be called, and I believe this is against Deal, and if it is, it's number 3. And it is.
Monarchs foul on Deal, the second, 15.
Oh, correction, only his second team foul.
Scott will be at the line shooting 2.
I thought it was his third. Actually, it was his second. And Scott will shoot free throws. Scott is a 66.7% free throw shooter. He's averaging 7.7 points per game. And the foul is actually on 32 on Chris George. So I believe that means Deal now only has 1 foul. I will check on that as soon as I get a moment. 20-12 is our score. 8:34 left in the first half. Methodist has slowed the pace of this game and has shot well to start off. 8 of 17. Pfeiffer just 5 of 21. That's only 23.8%. Here's McLaughlin for 3. No! Rebound stuffed in by TJ East. A 10-point lead for Methodist in impressive fashion, to say the least. Now Haith will drive. No, but a foul is called. That foul was on Mull, and it's the 6th team foul against Methodist, which means Pfeiffer will be shooting free throws for the remainder of this half. Haith at the line, 57.1%. And he can't get this one to go. He kind of leaned into it a little bit. Almost a lane violation, honestly, as his toes nearly went over the line. And his second free throw is good. 22-13 is our score. Under 8 minutes now to play in the opening half here of the Eastern Division Semifinals. Top of the key is George. Little shot over Miles is good from 16. George has 4 points now. Make that, I believe, 6 points. Mungro, who's just checked in, was trying to feed Scott in the post, and instead, I believe Pfeiffer got a timeout. And I believe that will transform into a media timeout. But Methodist has their biggest lead so far this game, 24-13 over Pfeiffer, 7:35 left in the first half. You're watching Pfeiffer University basketball on GoFalconsports.com. Charles Curcio rejoining you live inside Murner Gymnasium, where the number 3 seeded Methodist Monarchs have a 24-13 lead. Right now shooting 10 of 20, a perfect 50% from the floor. And now Pfeiffer having a trouble to inbounding, and the ball is stolen. Pfeiffer was a little slow out of that timeout. Oh, that might have been a travel no call. It looked like he might have changed pivot feet, or at least drug his pivot foot. But the Monarchs keep the ball with 20 to shoot. Top of the key is George. He will give it over on the wing to McLaughlin with 15 to shoot. Now Burden off a pick, drives into the lane, has it knocked away by Scott. Great block that time. And here comes Haith the other way. And Haith's going to back down his man McLaughlin. Now kicks back to Ty Simmons, who shoots a 3, no. Rebound, and here come the Monarchs. Burden on the dribble, gives it up. Oh, the dunk is missed this time by George. A little mistimed, if you will, but he wanted to throw that one down. He's got a dunk in 2 dunks in this game, I believe, already. Now the referee asks the front row to be seated, the front row of the bench at Pfeiffer, that is. 24-13 is our score. Neither team is shooting well from three-point land. Pfeiffer's 1 of 10, Methodist 1 of 6. Haith now with 15 to shoot, kicks over to Diaz Mungro. Mungro trying to feed Miles in the post, and it's knocked away, and here comes a 3-on-2 break. McLaughlin passes over to Burden, and Methodist will have to set the offense. George top of the key from 17. Yes, again over Miles. George has 8 points on 4 of 6 shooting and is a 13-point lead. Methodist has doubled up Pfeiffer, 26-13. Pfeiffer finally gets a shot to fall, that time Haith for a 3-pointer, and it's back to a 10-point deficit. Only the second made 3 of the game for Pfeiffer so far, 2 of 11 from the arc. High screen and roll this time. Burden on the drive. Did he get the charge call? Yes, he did. Scott did a good job drawing the charge there on Burden. And that puts the Monarchs, that is not a shooting foul, of course, but it puts the Monarchs over the limit for the final 5:46. Pfeiffer's only 2 of 6 at the free throw line at this point. Rowe back in will bring the ball up for the Falcons. In the corner is Scott. Scott tries to make a spin move, and I think he's going to get called for steps. He will. Turnover number 6 of the half for Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer just 6 of 23 from the floor, 26.1%. Right now, Pfeiffer just can't get shots to fall. Dearman puts up a shot, that won't go. Rebound taken by Bradsher. He gives to Haith. Backs it up, is trying to look for someone down low and can't get it. Now to Bradsher in the corner, and Haith gets it back with 18 to shoot. Gets a screen from Scott this time. Now to Bradsher. Bradsher, nice behind that back dribble. And now Scott drives, and he is double teamed, but a foul will be called. Ooh, there was a, Dearman came up with a block, but I believe they're going to get inside Deal.
Monarchs foul on Deal, his second, 8th team foul.
And that will be free throws for Scott. Scott is 1 for 2 from the line in this game. And as we said, coming into the game, a 66.7% free throw shooter. And he rattles in the first one. Points are at a premium right now for Pfeiffer. And the Falcons need to take advantage of free throws, especially being in the bonus for the final 5 minutes of this first half. Second free throw is good. 8-point lead now for Methodist, 26 to 18, 4:59 left. A little trap almost set up. Methodist doesn't allow the trap to happen. Now Burden all the way to the rack and scores. Now Haith all the way. He tries to, nice finish that time by Scott with the offensive rebound and putback. And now the game getting a little fast. Nice play that time defensively by the Falcons. Terrific play. I believe that was Bradshaw on the play. Is it? No, it was Savoy. I'm sorry, I take that back. It was Bradshaw. 28-20 the score, 4:35 left. He saved a deuce there. He saved 2 points. Let's see if the Falcons defense can do the same on this possession. 12 to shoot. Oh, good defense that time. Knocked out of bounds by Scott. He's made a couple of big plays. Rowe gets it back. Ooh, head fakes for a three. Now the drive. The shot is good by Mungro. So what was an 11-point lead is down to 6 with under 4 minutes now. Knocks it out of bounds, and it's a turnover, and Pfeiffer will get the ball back after, I believe they may have called a timeout. So it's a 30-second timeout, which will become immediate timeout, and we'll take a break as well. 3:57 left. First half, Pfeiffer on the move, trailing 28-22. Shot is there. You got to take it. You got to take it to the rack and draw. You got to draw fouls if nothing else, and make your foul shots because you're going to shoot for the rest of the half. And Pfeiffer can actually play it a little more aggressively now with only 2 fouls. They could actually put a little pressure on. .357 left in the opening half. Charles Curcio rejoining you here inside Burner Gym. Playoff basketball, the Eastern Division semifinals. The number 2 Falcons hosting the number 3 Methodist Monarchs. With the Monarchs ahead, the lead has dwindled, though, down to 6 points. McLaughlin at top of the key, guarded by Haith. Looking in low, kick it out of the post. Coe's got it on the wing now, a 10 to shoot. McLaughlin has it back. Looking to get a screen from George. No, he's going to drive towards the baseline. A little fall away shot. No. Rebound taken. But this one is going to be thrown away. And Pfeiffer turns the ball over for the 6th time. Just a little too much mustard on the hot dog, as it were. A little too much strength on that pass. 6-point lead for the Monarchs. Looking for George in low. He's going to kick to Dearman in the corner, who will fire up a 3. That won't go. Rebound over the back is going to get called on Clayton Coe. It's Coe's second, the 9th team foul against Methodist, and it will send Haith to the line, I believe, for 1 and 1. Or check that, it'll be Rowe. Taylon Rowe, of course, used to wearing the Kelly green back in the day of West Stanley High School. But he misses his first free throw. And he's an 83% free throw shooter coming in. Pfeiffer just 4 of 8 at the line. Dearman goes in, and a sort of a pause on the call. I don't know what the official was waiting on to call it a block charge or whatever, but instead he waited for the play to sort of take place. Then he calls Mungro with a foul, and he sends Dearman to the line for 2 free throws.
Darman at the line and shooting 2.
I really couldn't tell if it was a block or a charge, but either way, there was that pause when you see the official, and it's just whenever you see an official sort of pause like that, it makes, I think, players, coaches, fans kind of look at like, oh, was he waiting for this? Was he sure, unsure? You just don't know. Second free throw also good, as Dearman is the best free throw shooter on the Methodist team at 86.3%. Mungro, ooh, big behind the back dribble, but he's going to lose a handle on the ball, and he's going to foul George trying to get it back. And that's his second. And Sab will check in, and Mungro will go to the bench. 30-22 is our score, 2:55 left. Very low offensive output right now for the Falcons at 8 of 26 from the floor. McLaughlin has it out high, guarded by Haith. He looks for Dearman. Dearman from the free throw line. That's good. Dearman has 10 points now to lead the Monarchs. Here's Haith back the other way, tries to drive the baseline now, will bring it back out with 20 to shoot. Dearman not giving Haith an ounce of room right there. Bradshaw on the kick, tries to kick it out to Sab and does. Sab now drives. Might have been a travel. The shot is up and good from Sean Scott. Scott makes it an 8-point game with 2:09 to play. Pfeiffer may have been unlucky that time to get away with a traveling call. Now Dearman guarded by Bradshaw's going to fire a 3 over him. No. Rebound taken by Pfeiffer. It looked like somebody was all over Sean Scott's back. But Pfeiffer got the rebound nonetheless. And will swing to Bradshaw with 20 to shoot. Bradshaw draws some defense now. Kicks to Scott, who kicks it back to Bradshaw, who scores, and he's fouled.
Monarchs foul on East, his first 10th team foul. Bradshaw at the line, shooting 1.
And that's the foul is going to be against East. It's his first. 10 team fouls against the Monarchs, only 4 against the Falcons with 1:39 to play. Bradshaw hits the back iron though. And it's still a 6-point lead for Methodist, 32-26 in the final 90 seconds of the first half. Haith really giving McLaughlin a lot of disruption there on defense. George has it with 15 now, guarded by Scott. He'll give it back to McLaughlin, gives him a screen. Goes for the layup, no, but a foul will be called. And it's going to be on Scott, and that's his first. McLaughlin had the option. He had George on the roll part of the pick and roll, but instead took it himself to the rack, and he drew a pair of free throws. First free throw is good. First points of the game for DJ Bradshaw. First free throw, rather. Or check that, I'm sorry, for McLaughlin. I had the wrong number 3. Second free throw also good. McLaughlin has 2 points now, and it's an 8-point lead with 1:14 to play. Sab now will drive. Pulls up looking for Scott. Scott got a handle of it. He was actually driving. That ball almost got past him. Tries to put up the shot. No, but a foul is going to get called on George. And that's George's second.
Sean Scott will be at the line, shooting 2.
Scott has 7 points in the game. He's 2 of 2 from the floor and 3 of 4 at the free throw line. Right now, the only Falcon shooting above 50% from the free throw line. That's Pfeiffer's 6th miss from the free throw line. The Falcons now 4 of 10 at the foul line and 10 of 28 from the field. The Offensive numbers are going up slightly, but still only 2 of 11 from the three-point arc. Both of those percentages are far less than what Coach Shuck and the Falcons would like to see. 1 minute left in this opening quarter. It's a 7-point lead for the Monarchs. Double screen getting set up, it looks like, at the top of the key. He's guarded out high by Bradshaw. Here's the ball to Gray. Morris Gray just checked in. 3 ball on the way, no. Missing that time was Jeremy Mull, and now Pfeiffer has it on the break. Haith will give back to Bradshaw. Bradshaw trying to get the ball to Scott, instead gets it to Rowe with 20 to shoot. Now Rowe will back it out. He's guarded out high by TJ East. Again, trying to get the ball down low to Scott. Instead, Bradshaw drives it all the way in. No. Rebound knocked away. Sab has it momentarily, but he has it stolen away. Here's a lead pass from McLaughlin, who will lay it up and in. About a 4-point swing that time as Pfeiffer misses a layup, and it leads to a layup for McLaughlin. Now in the final 5 seconds. Haith now will fire a long three-pointer, no, and that will end the first half. We have reached halftime here in the Village in Meisenheimer, inside the friendly confines of Murner Gym. With the halftime score, Methodist 36, Pfeiffer 27. We'll be back with halftime stats. This is Pfeiffer University basketball on GoFalconsports.com. Charles Curcio rejoining you live inside Murner Gymnasium, where our halftime score, 36-27. Methodist leading Pfeiffer. Here's a look at some of the halftime stats. First, for Methodist, TJ East has 5 points, Jaquan Deal 4, Dante Burden 5, Garen Dearman has 10 points. That's on 4 of 9 shooting. Actually, Burden and Dearman combined are 5 of 5 at the free throw line. The Monarchs are a perfect 7 of 7 at the free throw line. I just noticed as well. And off the bench, Chris George has had 8 points. He's had a big impact, couple of dunks. Kevin McLaughlin Jr., 4 points. In the first half, Methodist 14 of 31. That's 45.2%. Only 1 of 9 at the three-point arc, but as we mentioned, a perfect 7 of 7 at the foul line. The Falcons, Dorian Miles had 4 points. Savoy 5, Bradsher 2, Sab 2. Off the bench, Sean Scott had 8 points. Had a good first half. Haith with 4, Mungro with 2. Pfeiffer's numbers, though, 10 of 30 from the field. That's 33.3%. They were 2 of 12 at the three-point arc. Really struggling there, 16.7. And struggling at the free throw line, not something we've seen recently. 5 of 12 were the Falcons in the first half. Rebounds, 21-19 in favor of Pfeiffer. Points in the paint, even at 16 apiece. Points off turnovers, Monarchs lead that 10-5. Bench points are about even, 14-12 in favor of the Falcons, and second chance points and fast break points really just sort of negligible. Largest lead, though, in this game so far, Methodist was up with the 6:20 mark by 13 points, and Methodist has led the entire at least 17 minutes and 47 seconds of this 20-minute first half. The game was tied for 2 minutes and 13 seconds early. Pfeiffer has not led in this game. We'll be back with the second half. This is Pfeiffer University basketball on GoFalconsports.com.